As promised, that I'd cut a brief little video talking about the tradition of the military challenge coin, kind of the legend of where it started, or at least as I know it, because it's all legends. It's all passed down. There's no real written record of the very first, so to speak. So as I go through this, I welcome anyone that has their own version of where the military challenge coin came from. And I know it's crossed over into law enforcement, first responder, even some corporations, and that's pretty cool. But we're talking military challenge coin. So let me just start with tradition as I know it. So traditionally, a military challenge coin is made for, it's unit specific. So for me, it was for my squadrons, because I was Air Force. So Army, it would be different, Marines, whatever. Navy, that type of thing. So for your unit, though. And it was a way to identify that you were part of that unit. This one here, the reason why I grabbed this one is this was my very first coin, challenge coin, presented to me at my very first permanent duty station, 898th Munition Squadron. You can see it's bent. I don't think this was the toughest material here, but what I like about this one, not only was it my very first, but it was, like tradition said, I got to the unit, signed in, had some in briefings. The first sergeant gave me this because that's what they did. So I was part of the unit, part of the squadron, and we carried these around with us in our pockets all the time. Because the other part of the tradition is you might get coin checked. So whether or not you're at the E Club, maybe you're at the O Club, for me it would have been the E Club. A lot of the clubs are combined now. On base, or maybe you're deployed somewhere, whatever. So inevitably a local watering establishment is set up, and it might be only that for that unit, only for your squadron or whatever. You go in, you got your coin, you're part of the unit, you're good to go. You might get coin checked. So someone will pull out their coin, do that, or just do that onto the bar top, and if you don't have your coin, you're buying the drinks, so to speak. And the reason why I keep saying unit specific, and we really, our watering holes weren't unit specific, but we'd get coin checked and stuff. So if you didn't have yours, you were buying that round, so to speak. If you did have it, then the person that coin checked would have to buy you your round. So that's kind of the tradition of it, kind of proving your unit, so to speak, and that kind of leads into some of the lore. So I've read a few things, I've been told a few things. One of them was back in World War I, way back when they're flying kites for airplanes. This wealthy lieutenant had made little coins, kind of medallions really, for his unit, so they could all have them. And he wore his in a little leather pouch around his neck. Well, this dude gets shot down over German territory or controlled area, and they take all of his stuff that might identify him. Except for some reason they leave that little pouch where he kept his coin, and he had that around his neck. So he winds up escaping, and the French were real leery of people that were Germans posing to be, pretending to be either Americans or something else, kind of like to get a spy hold in there or something. So they were gonna give him the what for, and possibly give him the old X-nay on his life A, and he had no identification except for that coin. He pulls it out, and one of the French resistance or whatever recognized that unit because it was emblazed with, it was a medallion of his unit, and then he was able to get help and get back free. And they presented him some wine, I guess. So that's kind of that part of it. I've also heard a couple different stories where in Vietnam, some special units, some elite forces type of thing. It was a way they had pressed these coins out, a way for them to tell, who was actually in that unit. Again, it all boils down to that local watering hole or whatever, presenting yourself, trying to get out the fakers, so to speak. Same for an army unit, same type of thing in Vietnam. They were originally, it was infantry, and they were presenting bullets or ammo, I guess you would say. That's how I've also heard this coin when I first got to my unit. My unit always had 2WOs, the ammo. So you'll see a lot of my coins have the ammo stuff on it. Let me find one. I don't know, this one's kind of a good one. So it says ammo up top. Yeah, I guess that was their call. If you ain't ammo, you ain't. Shh. We're gonna keep this no cursing in here. But I was a 2W2, but our squadrons we were together with them. Anyway, so that eventually turned into coins or whatever being made, and it kind of spread like wildfire, I guess, in the 80s type of thing. Really cool. So I have a bag somewhere with some more of these. I should have took better care of my stuff as I was going along, but now it's kind of more of an interest to me, just the different coins. So I might, and some of these coins, like I said before, coins might be made specifically for, like your Chief Master Sergeant. So this one here I got presented by the Command Chief Master Sergeant, that type of thing. So they had their own, you do something outstanding, you get that presented to you. So those have a little more meaning when they're presented to you in that way for doing something, rather than just purchasing them or whatever. But I might look into maybe trading or buying some others later, but not right now. Like this one I just straight up bought later. It's considered a coin, but really, is it? I just thought it was cool. Anyway, the Moab. Alright, that's it. That's as I know it. Maybe not as specific of a history as I thought I actually had, because I thought I had another story in my mind. Something about, but again, it was some ammo lore. However, if you have any different stories out there where you think the challenge coin for the military originated, post them down below. Let's do this. Share. Thanks for watching. Boom.